Hey, doing nice?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. So, tell us, since none of us have athletic ability these days, tell us how you're able to tie rope that sideline. And did you know for sure live that you had stayed in bounds?
For sure. I had look, but nah. It's basically just the ACL work that we gotta get back home that I was talking about a few interviews ago.
You had that fourth down drop, obviously, which was a big play in the game, but also some huge plays. How would you, knowing the yin and the yang of it, the good and the bad, but a lot of good in the game, how would you evaluate your personal performance in the Bama game?
I feel like I could have did a whole lot more, just like you had said with the drop. That was a key drop in the game, and that would have had turned the game around completely because we could have had an opportunity to go up a score and not go up a score, but we had an opportunity to score with giving Alabama the ball at least 28-21 and with a little bit of time. So it just could have been a big game changer. I feel like we all could have did a whole lot more. It was a lot of things that we could have done in the game, but we're going to get to it this week. So.
All right, next up we have Zach Taylor from WTAW, and then we'll go to Mike Lucas.
Yeah, Ainias, talking about that drop, I mean, what do you tell yourself after a play like that, and how are you able to move past that and continue to perform at the level you want to?
Well, to be honest, I was super hard on myself about the drop. It was really my teammates and my coaches that had got me past that drop, and I just had to eventually tell myself to get over it, and I had to go make other plays.
All right, next up we have Mike Lucas from KX, and we'll go to Tyler Shaw.
Hey, how you doing, Ainias?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey, two things real quick. How close do you feel like this offense is to being able to put up, 40, 50 points like Alabama and some of these other SEC offenses have been?
So we right there, and you see it. We have every opportunity to go down and score. We just got to capitalize.
And then second part, you and Kellen have been pretty successful in the option play so far this season. What makes you and Kellen so dangerous when Jimbo does dial up that specific play?
We're both athletic. They both fear our legs and our running ability. So it just puts a strain on the defense to have one person trying to cover both options.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, next up we have Tyler Shaw from KBTX, and then we'll go to Justin Woodard.
Hey, Ainias, I'm curious. I asked Carson about playing an 11 a.m. game, and he said he loved them. Are there any challenges playing early in the morning? I mean, do you prefer that over late nights, or what are your thoughts?
I personally like 2:30 games. Like the one where we played against Bama, that was a good game. The 11 o'clock game is cool just because we in the morning, we fresh. So, I mean, you wake up, you go play, and I like that better anyways. And with us just waiting for like a 6:30 game, you just watching everybody play, I don't really like that. So, yeah, 11 a.m. game is cool.
What about the atmosphere? I mean, obviously already with the COVID restrictions, there's less fans, but do you notice different atmospheres playing in the morning?
Shoes. I don't know. This is finna be my first morning game this week. I don't know. They probably finna be drunk.
All right, next up we have Justin Woodard from KX, and then we'll go to Chip Howard.
Hey, Nice. Obviously, Florida's put up some pretty big points the first 2 weeks, and I know you got faith in your defense, but when you're going against an offense that's likely going to put up 38 to 40, what's on your mind in trying to answer their points? Jimbo talks a lot about answering points, and y'all were able to do it for a little bit, but then couldn't do it. So what's the key to staying consistent and answering score for score?
Well, first off, we have to be the ones that's scoring the points. That's about it.
But you don't feel pressure when all of a sudden you're down 14-0 and you're able to come back and then they score. You don't feel pressure to answer their scores in offense?
Definitely not, because I always feel like we have the ability to score. As you've seen, we were driving down. We just got to capitalize.
All right, next up we have Chip Howard from Sports Talk 1150, and then Travis Brown from the Bryan College Station.
And I'm sure you used to being a mark man, especially from high school, and now you've made some big plays in college. Do you see defenses paying a lot more attention to you?
I will definitely see. I definitely say I will probably see a lot more defenses adjusting to me. Bama did their adjustments, and I mean, it was the wrong adjustments in my opinion.
Do you like the fact that defenses have to key on you?
Yes, it gives me more of a challenge, and it makes me go full speed, so I like it.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Travis Brown with the Bryan College Station Eagle, and then we'll go back to Zach Taylor.
Hey, Ainias, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Hey, I know in the last 2 years you've had to go against y'all's defensive backs in practice and in fall camp and such. They didn't have necessarily the best game last week. What do you see in them, and what have you seen in fall camp that proves to you that they'll be able to step up against Florida and Mississippi State the next 2 weeks?
I have great confidence in our defense, especially our DBs. They had made a few mistakes, and to give credit to Alabama's offense, Jalen Waddle, that's my dog, and he probably one of the fastest in right now. I don't even know what to say. Jalen is like that. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but it's hard to cover guys like that with a lot of speed. But I have great faith in our DBs. Great faith.
Thanks.
All right, we'll wrap things up with Zach Taylor from WTAW.
Hey, Ainias, you guys have a lot of young freshman ball players, skill players that are at the wide receiver position, running back position, like a Chain and DeMoss. I mean, you were in their shoes last year as a freshman. It took a little while before you finally saw a lot of playing time on the field. So what has your message been to them early on in this season?
They just need to keep their head down, keep grinding. We have a lot of talent, and our coaches, they know what they're going to do exactly with everybody. So we just have to keep faith in our coaches. They have to keep faith, and they have to just keep grinding in practice.
Thanks.
All right, thanks for your time, Ainias. That's all we got.
All right, thank you.